This is day 29 of communication practice with ChatGPT. And let's get started. Good evening, ChatGPT.
Good evening, Nook. How's it going?
Everything's so good so far. So far, so good. Hey, today I want to practice communication. I want to be a good interviewer. How can I do that?
That's a great goal. To become a good interviewer, you can focus on a few things. First, actively listening to the candidate. Then, ask clear, open ended questions that encourage detailed responses. And finally, create a comfortable environment so the candidate can express themselves. Do you want to practice any specific scenarios or questions?
Yes, I do. I want to be a good interviewer in data engineering.
Great! For data engineering interviews, you can focus on technical questions about data pipelines, big data tools, and system design. You could also ask about problem solving experiences. Would you like to practice some technical questions or behavioral ones?
Both.
All right, let's start with a technical question. Can you explain how you design a data pipeline for processing real time streaming data? Then we can move on to a behavioral question.
No, actually, I want to be an interviewer, and you can act as an interviewee and answer my question.
Got it. I'm ready whenever you are. What's your first question?
Okay, so first of all, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I have a background in data engineering with over 3 years of experience at Techcombank. I've worked on designing and maintaining data pipelines, ensuring data quality, and implementing big data solutions. Recently, I've been focused on projects involving Spark and Kafka, and I'm eager to take on more complex challenges.
Okay, good background. I want you to describe your most proudest um, project that you are currently working on.
Thanks. One project I'm proud of is building a lead allocation engine. It involves processing data from multiple sources, using Kafka for real time streaming, and Spark for transformations. The challenge was integrating various pipelines and ensuring data quality. It was rewarding to see it improve lead distribution efficiency.
Okay, so what are the data sources of your project?
We pull data from sources like Adobe CDP, MSK topics, and parameter tables in the data lake. Each source requires a different pipeline to process and standardize the data before it's enriched and allocated to the CRM.
Okay, tell me a little bit about the architecture of your data lake.
Sure, our data lake architecture is built on a cloud platform integrating storage, processing, and analytics. We use a combination of raw, standardized, and curated layers. Data is ingested from multiple sources, then processed using Spark for transformations and stored in the curated layer for consumption by downstream applications.
Okay, what are the file formats at each data zones?
In the raw zone, data is usually stored in its native format like JSON, CSV, or Avro. In the standardized zone, we convert it to Parquet for optimized querying. The curated layer also uses Parquet, sometimes with partitioning for faster access. Each zone ensures data is structured for its intended use.
Good. And how can you orchestrate the job in your data lake?
To orchestrate jobs, we can use tools like Apache Airflow or AWS step functions. These help automate workflows by defining dependencies, scheduling tasks, and monitoring execution. We can create DAGs or workflows to sequence data ingestion, transformation, and loading processes, ensuring smooth operation.
Okay, let's shift gear a little bit here, and I want to talk about data modeling. So, how do you apply data modeling in data lake at Techcombank?
Sure. In our data lake, we use data modeling to organize data for efficient querying and analysis. We often use star or snowflake schemas depending on the use case. This involves creating fact and dimension tables to structure data for specific business needs. Proper modeling ensures data is easily accessible and supports analytical workloads effectively.
Tell me an use case where you use star schema.
Sure, we used a star schema for our lead allocation engine. The fact table stored lead interactions, while dimension tables held information like customer details, sales reps, and products. This structure enabled quick aggregation and analysis of leads, improving decision making and efficiency in lead distribution.
Okay, what is the data volume of your data pipelines?
The data volume can vary, but on average, our pipelines handle several terabytes daily. This includes streaming data from various sources processed in real time and stored in our data lake for downstream use.
Okay, what is the data processing tools that you use?
We mainly use Apache Spark for data processing due to its scalability and speed. For real-time streaming, we leverage Apache Kafka. For orchestration and workflow automation, we use tools like Apache Airflow. Each tool plays a specific role in our data pipeline.
Okay, mm, tell me when have you ever encountered a spark out memory exception?
Yes, I've encountered Spark out-of-memory exceptions, typically when processing large datasets. To handle this, I optimized memory usage by tuning Spark configurations, increasing executor memory, and using efficient data formats like Parquet. I also optimized the code and partitioned data to reduce memory pressure.
Okay, what are some possible causes for the spark out memory exception?
Some possible causes include large data skew, inefficient transformations, improper memory configuration, or lack of data partitioning. Operations like wide transformations or shuffling can also cause memory issues if not managed properly.
Okay, can you distinguish narrow transformation versus wide transformation in Spark?
Sure, narrow transformations like map or filter only require data from a single partition, so they don't trigger shuffling. Wide transformations, like group by or reduce by, involve data from multiple partitions, causing a shuffle. This means data is redistributed across the cluster, which can impact performance.
Okay, so how can you reduce suffer in Spark?
To reduce shuffling, you can optimize your code by using operations like map partitions instead of map or coalesce instead of repartition. Also, minimize the number of wide transformations and filter data early in the process. Partitioning data effectively and broadcasting smaller datasets can also help reduce shuffle.
Tell me a little bit about predicate pushdown.
Predicate pushdown is a performance optimization technique where filters are pushed down to the data source level. This means only the relevant data is loaded into memory, reducing the amount of data processed by Spark. It's especially useful with columnar storage formats like Parquet. By applying filters early, it improves query performance and reduces resource usage.
Can you distinguish row-based storage versus columnar-based storage?
Sure, row-based storage, like CSV, stores data row by row, making it efficient for transactional operations. Columnar storage, like Parquet, stores data column by column, which is more efficient for analytical queries. Columnar storage reduces I/O by reading only the needed columns, improving performance for aggregations and filtering.
Okay, and distinguish between Parquet and CSV file.
Certainly, Parquet is a columnar storage format optimized for reading specific columns, which improves performance and reduces storage space. It also supports compression and encoding. CSV is row-based, plain text format, which is easy to read and write, but less efficient for large-scale analytics. Parquet is typically preferred for big data workloads.
Why does Parquet more compression than CSV with bzip compression?
Parquet achieves better compression than CSV with bzip because it stores data column by column, allowing more efficient encoding and compression of similar data types together. This results in smaller file sizes. CSV, even with bzip, compresses data row by row, which is less efficient for compression. This makes Parquet more suitable for big data scenarios.
Yeah, do you know about run length encoder?
Yes, run length encoding, RLE, is a simple compression technique. It works by replacing consecutive repeating values with a single value and a count. For example, A becomes A4. This is especially effective for data with many repeated values, reducing storage and improving performance in columnar formats like Parquet.
Good. So let's shift gear a little bit here, and I want you to answer me some question about behavior. First, why do you want to work here?
I want to work here because I'm excited about the opportunity to contribute to innovative projects in a dynamic environment. The company's focus on leveraging advanced technologies aligns with my passion for data engineering, and I believe my skills can help drive meaningful impact. Plus, I'm eager to learn and grow within a team of talented professionals.
Okay. Do you have any leadership experience?
Yes, I've had leadership experience in my current role, where I led a small team to develop a lead allocation engine. I coordinated tasks, provided guidance, and ensured we met our deadlines. This experience taught me how to balance technical work with team management, and I'm eager to further develop these skills.
Mm. Tell me about a time that you struggle with leadership.
Sure. Once I struggled when a team member was consistently missing deadlines, affecting our project's progress. I found it challenging to address the issue without demotivating them. Eventually, I scheduled a one-on-one meeting, offered support, and adjusted workloads. This improved communication and helped us get back on track, teaching me the importance of addressing issues promptly.
Okay. And why do you want to leave your current company?
I'm looking to leave my current company because I'm eager for new challenges and opportunities to grow. While I've gained valuable experience, I feel that a new environment will provide more complex projects and exposure to different technologies. I'm also excited about working with international teams to broaden my perspective and improve my skills.
Mm. What are your biggest strengths and weakness?
One of my biggest strengths is my problem-solving ability. I enjoy tackling complex data challenges and finding efficient solutions. I'm also detail-oriented, ensuring data quality and accuracy. As for a weakness, I sometimes take on too many tasks, which can lead to feeling overwhelmed. I'm working on improving my time management and prioritization skills to balance my workload better.
Mm. And
These
tell me about your technical challenge.
Sure. One technical challenge I faced was optimizing a Spark job that kept running out of memory. I analyzed the job, identified data skew, and adjusted the partitioning strategy. I also optimized the code and tweaked Spark configurations. This reduced memory usage and improved performance significantly, making the job run smoothly.
Mm. Okay. And can you share me a challenge about working with stakeholders?
was aligning stakeholder expectations on a project. Different departments had varying priorities, which caused some friction. I organised regular meetings, created a clear communication plan, and used visual aids to show progress. This helped align goals and foster collaboration, ensuring everyone was on the same page.
Okay. Hmm. So I think I'm running out of questions. Do you have any question for me?
You've covered a lot. How are you feeling about your progress with these practice questions?
I can see that are a, you are a really good partner to work with, and you know a lot of things.
Thank you. I'm glad I could help. If there's anything else you want to practice or any specific areas you want to focus on, let me know.
Okay, sure thing. So I think it is a goodbye.
All right, it was great talking with you. Have a good one.
Have a good one.